Good morning. I get asked this question quite often is, Greg, do you meditate? And my response is yes, I do. And how often? Is I meditate just about every single day and as often as I can throughout the day. And I'll give you a clear example. As I'm walking, say around the park, is that I take my focus away from my thoughts and I take my focus into this empty space. In other words, if my mind is just going a million miles an hour and it's thinking about things that happened yesterday or things I got to do today or tomorrow, or is that I just quiet it down. I say, stop, just stop. It's almost like a dog, it's like, when you tell a dog to sit and stay, it's like sit and stay, be quiet. And I do the same thing with my mind. And I think everybody has the capability of being able to do that. And if you can just experience that for a moment, is as I'm walking, is just to listen with your ears, smell with your nose, keep your mouth quiet, and look with your eyes. And what you'll see is that if you just become the observer of your smell, of your ears, of sound, and of your eyes, just observe. Don't do anything but looking at the trees, looking at the grass, hearing the birds, and just not having any opinions about anything that you're observing. Just to be the pure observer of everything that's going on around you, or I should say everything that's going on around me in my walk. And see how long you can do that. It might just be for a few moments. And then if you can extend that out, have it be for a minute or for 5 minutes. So as you're walking and you're observing things, and all of a sudden you'll see my mind will start coming back and it'll start thinking about things again. It's like, no, it's okay, quiet, sit, and then it quiets back down, and I've just become the observer again, and not having any opinions about the trees, no judgment about anybody that I might be passing, just to be the observer. And what I found is that the longer that I can do that, the longer that I can just be this observer of life that's going on around me, the easier it is for my mind to keep quiet, because I can do it for a longer period of time. And it's pretty interesting. It's different than a meditation than when you're closing your eyes and you're not even being entertained by anything around you. But it's a great meditation because when I'm walking and I have my eyes open, I become the observer. I observe everything in life with no judgment. And actually, what I found is that extends into other areas of my life. So when I'm not meditating, it's like, you know what? I don't have a judgment about that. I'd rather not have a judgment about it, because the moment that my judgment comes in, that's many times it's just my opinion about something. It's my story. It's maybe something that I've learned in the past, whether it's correct or not. But it's to quiet all of that down, quiet the story down of our past, the story about our today or our future, but just to quiet all that down and just have that place of silence, of peace, of observing with no judgment, just quietness. And it's actually a very, very beautiful place to be. And the more that you do it, the easier and easier it becomes. So you might do it for a few minutes. You might be able to do it for 5 minutes. You might be able to do it for an hour. Even if you take that into a normal sit-down meditation where you close your eyes, and you close your eyes and you also do the same thing, which is your mind has all these things coming at you. So it's just to quiet that mind down. Sit, be quiet. Just like you would tell a dog. So sit, be quiet. And if you find that you're closing your eyes and this mind, or even with your eyes open, and you have these things that still come back at you, it's okay. You don't want to like push them away. The harder you resist against something like your mind, the more it wants to come back at you. So it's like passing clouds. Like these thoughts are just passing clouds, and these clouds will eventually just go on through, and just allow them to go through without trying to do anything. Just allow it to happen, but don't attach yourself to any of it. Don't attach yourself to that cloud and those thoughts. Sometimes you might find, oh, you attach yourself to it and you're running away with it while you're meditating. You're running away with that story. And then once the moment that you catch yourself, that moment is a meditative moment, because that's like an awakening, because then you come right back to the center of observing. And then another thought comes. Just don't attach yourself to it. Just let them go. Just let them go. At first you might have to say sit, no, stay, like I was saying in the beginning. But as you evolve in your meditations, it's just allow those thoughts just to happen, but not attach yourself to them in any way. Just observe it. Just observe those thoughts. Just like when you're walking, just like when I'm walking and I'm observing the trees or observing something out in front of me with my eyes open, and not have any judgment, just like a passing cloud. Because actually everything that I'm looking at is a passing cloud, because none of it will exist and last forever. It all is here today, but then gone tomorrow. It might be 100 years from now, or 200 or 1,000 years from now, but it's here today and gone tomorrow, just like the clouds. So just observe for like a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And if you want to do a meditation with your eyes closed and sitting peacefully, just do the same thing. Just observe those thoughts, observe those images, those visualizations that you have. Just observe your bodily feelings. You might have thoughts or things that come up that stimulate different things in your body. Maybe increase your heart rate if you're thinking about something, or increase your endorphins. But if you just get to the place to where you can be the observer of things in your life, rather than becoming part of the story, you'll find that there's more and more and more of a freedom for you to be able to live your life. You'll find that I have found that it creates more space for other things to come into my life, to affect my life, to better my life. And I like that, and it feels really good. So I would encourage you to start meditating. You know, I know that I'm really big on doing push-ups and doing workouts and being athletic and living an ageless life. But it's also it's living a life that is completely fulfilled. It's living a life where your spirit is filled, your mind is filled, and your body is filled with joy and peace and love and strength and being strong. And I would encourage you and empower you is to go out, and I would challenge you that if you don't meditate, is to maybe just close your eyes for a few moments and just observe your thoughts without attaching yourself to it, and just do that more and more and more. And if you are meditating, that's amazing. That's really good, because you'll find that as those thoughts come, and so many times it's so easy to attach ourselves to those thoughts because they're important, or we think they're important. But you know what? That's not what we're doing right now. What we're doing right now is when we attach ourselves to those thoughts, it's like just let them go. It's just let it go, like a cloud. And it's at that moment is like an awakening moment where you come back, you recenter yourself, and then that's where that peace, that silence, that beautiful place where there's just no thought is such a beautiful place to be. And the longer that you can do that, if you can do it for an hour, 2 hours, or maybe you do it throughout the day while you're driving, somebody's getting mad at you, or they honk the horn at you, or somebody cuts you off, practice it there. No, don't have a thought. Yeah, somebody may have cut you off, pissed you off for a second. Or they cut you off, and it's like, just let it go. Don't attach yourself to that story. When you've gotten mad at somebody, or somebody's gotten mad at you, or something's happened in your life where it's created a story or a reason, I have a reason to be upset, I have a reason to be mad, or, it's like, let those stories go. Don't attach yourself to any of those. Living a life of peace and joy and strength is living a life that's not attached to your thoughts, your feelings, those visions that you have in your head, but it's living a life that's free and beautiful to live. Because our minds can drive us crazy. And the more that we can get away from that, the better. Anyways, I just wanted to wrap this up, and thank you guys for being here and visiting my channel. And my channel is created to create a stronger body, mind, and spirit. And anything that I can do to help you along the way, make sure you leave a message. Or actually, in the messages, write down different ways that you have found that work for you for meditating. If you have any suggestions for me, also, that would be great. Give me a like and subscribe. What all that does is helps the channel get more exposed out there to help other people. And that's what I'm here for, is to inspire you and to help you along your journey and just take you along my journey. All right, guys. You have a beautiful day. Love you all. Bye.